Organization like a well-oiled machine, you need to be a strong leader.
Tonight, the man leading Peddle the Cause is using his family's personal tragedy and working to create a world without cancer.
Our daughter, Victoria Rose Dreyer, at 16, just had a headache that wouldn't go away.
15 years ago, the entire Dreyer family found themselves in a world with cancer.
And that was a Sunday night, and by that Wednesday, we had a diagnosis of a brain tumor that had to be removed.
Shortly after that, the Dryers were approached by a friend who wanted to make it a world without cancer.
Bill Coleman, the founder of Peddle, back in '09, said, hey, I'm starting up this peer-to-peer bike ride that all of the monies raised, 100% of the monies raised, will go to the beneficiaries at Siteman and Siteman Kids for cancer research. He knew our situation. He said, you might want to form a team. So I said, of course. My wife said, of course. So we formed Team Victoria right then and there in '09.
As Team Victoria began in the late 2000s, Peddle found its stride too.
We've started down this path of understanding what Peddle was, as Peddle was understanding what they could be, if you will.
5 years in, Victoria described her dad's involvement when she penned an open letter to Peddle the Cause.
My dad, David Dreyer, is the team captain for Team Victoria. And tomorrow, for the first time, I will get on a bike and ride alongside him and the thousands of other people who have supported both of us over the past 5 years.
Since then, his role, like Peddle the Cause itself, continues to evolve.
I joined the board, and about 3 years later, I joined the executive committee. Fast forward through those years, our daughter's situation was up and down, a lot of ups, but unfortunately a few downs. And in December of '18, we lost her. She lost the battle with the brain tumor, and she died. And that was, of course, a moment where you really needed that Peddle support and that Peddle community that we had found, because you know, it's very difficult. And I think it probably at that point, it really galvanized my desire to be even more involved.
2 years after the death of his daughter, David became the executive director of the organization that provided their family with so much hope.
It's in memory of and in honor of our daughter Victoria's battle. She inspired me, she inspired my whole family, she inspired the community that knew her. Never once complained. She was a trooper that always felt it was going to be okay, and she kept doing everything she could in order to survive. She loved life, she loved Peddle, she had a great life, but ultimately it just wasn't meant to be.
Even after the darkest days comes the brightest light. And though Victoria is no longer with her family and her Peddle family, her hope for a world without cancer lives on.
For you, Peddle the Cause, well, you're going to cure cancer. All cancers, for everyone. Woo!
I think a wish that we would all like to see, and these are always so bittersweet when you think about who's leading these organizations and knowing where they get their mission from and knowing that it's something that really personally affected them and how they want to make it better for somebody else.
So passionate about the mission, that's for sure. Well, if you want to help families like David's or anyone who will be diagnosed with cancer this year, head over to peddlethecause.org. This year's event will be held on September 25th and 26th at the Chesterfield Amphitheater. You can register to ride, spin, or donate at peddlethecause.org. All the money raised funds cancer research at Siteman Cancer and the Siteman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. Such an important